Our top focus this news wheel is the strong diplomatic response following the terrorist attack in Pahalgam. India is now weighing a series of measures all aimed at intensifying pressure on Pakistan. According to sources, India is actively considering closing its airspace to Pakistan and the International Airlines, PIA, Pakistan International Airlines. The move, if implemented, would mirror Pakistan's past action when it had shut its airspace to Indian carriers. And in addition to the airspace restrictions, New Delhi is also contemplating a ban on Pakistani ships from accessing Indian ports, a step that could have economic and logistical implications for Pakistan. This comes amid a broader tightening of bilateral ties, downgradation of the diplomatic engagement. India has already suspended the Indus Water Treaty. It has cancelled visas issued to Pakistani citizens and is reportedly planning a reduction in staff, a further reduction in staff strength at both the Indian and the Pakistani high commissions. India may close airspace for Pak International Airlines, PIA, only after, of course, Pakistan closed its airspace for Indian carriers. And India is planning and mulling these fresh anti-Pak diplomatic strikes to again pressurize Pakistan further, all after the Pahalgam terror carnage. My colleague Aditya Rajkol joins us on the broadcast here. Aditya, fresh diplomatic strikes. We were earlier talking about complete disengagement on the diplomatic level with Pakistan, but the airspace seems to be a new front that has now been opened. How can you help the viewers further?
Well, yes, definitely. At this moment, India is considering multiple options against Pakistan, diplomatic, economic, and otherwise, which will certainly be, pose a challenge for the Pakistan economy and the Pakistan government. One was, of course, the Indus Water Treaty, but now India is also considering shutting down the entire airspace and, waterways also around India for Pakistan, and that will be a major setback because they'll have to take a complete turn and avoid the Indian airspace whenever they are flying in this direction. So it's a major development certainly, and it comes at a time when the Indian government has taken a resolve to take significant action against Pakistan. Certainly diplomatic and economic in nature at this moment, but at an appropriate time a military action as well. So multiple options which are being looked at and which have already been announced also will cripple the Pakistani economy to a great level, particularly putting in the Indus Water Treaty into abeyance. That clearly indicates that the irrigation, agriculture would suffer immensely, particularly in Punjab province of Pakistan. And otherwise, as I said, more options are being considered, and tomorrow will be that critical day because tomorrow at 11 a.m. The Prime Minister will be chairing the Cabinet Committee on Security meeting, which could be deciding on further action against Pakistan.
You're absolutely right. Aditya, before we let you go, two more aspects that we need to quickly take a look at. Number one, a crucial high-level meeting that is currently underway at the Ministry of Home Affairs in the national capital. Union Home Secretary Govind Mohan is chairing the meeting at the North Block, where the current national security scenario and the preparedness are being reviewed in detail as well. Top security officials were learning are in attendance. DG NSG Jitendra Narayan Srinivasan, DG BSF Daljit Chaudhary, ADG SSB, and senior representatives from the Assam Rifles, the Central Reserve Police Force. They're all attending this particular meeting. Detailed assessments of force readiness and coordination and possible threat response are being discussed. What might one expect from this meeting? Is this setting the stage for the big CCS meeting that's going to take place tomorrow? How does one decode this, Aditya?
Well, Home Ministry has its own mechanisms to deal with the situation, and we have an internal mechanism and external mechanism. The internal mechanism under the Home Ministry looks at, the situation in Jammu and Kashmir right now, how to deal with the threat of terrorism. After the Pahalgam terror attack, there are multiple counter-terrorism measures that the government has taken. There are multiple search operations that are underway across the Kashmir Valley. I'm being told that at an undisclosed location where the forces have been able to pinpoint the location of the terrorists, there's a massive operation also underway. We are not disclosing the location because of the sensitivity of the operation and the nature of the national security issue that we are in right now. But the Home Ministry would be taking stock of the situation, also deciding on further measures that need to be taken, be it intelligence collection, be it arresting further people, the overground workers and people who provide logistics to terrorists. And as you saw, there's been a tough action against terrorists of Lashkar-e-Toiba who are currently in Pakistan. their houses have been completely blasted and destroyed, conveying a strong message. So Home Ministry would be encouraging and pushing for further action and multiple encounters across the Jammu and Kashmir to flush out the Pakistani terrorists who have infiltrated over the last few years.
All right. Finally, Aditya, my final question. What next in the national capital? New Delhi is witnessing a series of high-level government meetings. You've got national security and political strategy that is expected to dominate the agendas at these following meetings after the Pahalgam carnage. Like you mentioned earlier on, at 11 a.m. tomorrow, Prime Minister Modi is going to be chairing that crucial cabinet committee on security, the second such meeting since the Pahalgam incident. Top security issues and possible responses are likely to be discussed. Again, sensitive details, we need to tread carefully on that front. Aditya just made that point as well. And soon after, the Cabinet Committee on Political Affairs, CCPA, will convene under the Prime Minister's leadership again. If one could put it, on their fingers, Aditya, what are some of the crucial meetings that are lined up for tomorrow? We know the CCS and, of course, the CCPA are two such meetings that one can expect tomorrow in the national capital.
Well, yes. Today, of course, the MHA is holding this meeting where the Home Secretary, the Director Generals of the BSF, the Assam Rifles, the NSG, and other senior officers from CRPF to CISF are there at the MHA. They're taking, stock of the situation. Jammu and Kashmir Police has, of course, carried out raids at 13 locations in the Doda district and several other areas of Srinagar, Pulwama, Anantnag, and Shopian as well. So, multiple operations are underway. In fact, the residences of overground workers and terrorist associates in particular are being looked at and searched right now. And apart from that, the two crucial meetings that will be taking place tomorrow will be particularly focused on trying to understand what could be the next steps that the government would take against Pakistan to expose them globally, to create also international support for India in this drive against terrorism.